if you have not seen it, do not watch this. I saw Mea Culpa, and I felt like it was a really good film if it was two different films. I felt as though one thing Tyler Perry does in his films, and a lot of films in general, is there is a twist. I just don't think Tyler Perry has mastered the art of twisting correctly. I felt as though the first storyline, with Kelly Rowland's character Mia, who is going through her husband being out of work and dealing with his family, taking on a controversial case, that was a cool setup. What I didn't like about it was that storyline, they should have developed it way better, because there's not in any world in which I can imagine a woman, a Black woman, who is one of the top lawyers of a firm, taking on a case that's controversial and then risking her career, her family, with a client who, in my opinion, didn't sell it. And it's not to say Trevante Rhodes is a bad actor. I actually am a huge fan of him. I felt as though there was one scene, they're outside, and I was like, I feel like they're reading from scripts. Like, it's not giving, I'm embodying the words that I'm saying. I couldn't fall in love with the romance. I couldn't fall for, like, okay, I could see this happening, or like even wishing and wanting them to be together. Because when you watch movies, sometimes you're just like, I know it's wrong, but I want that. And I couldn't, because the setup didn't set shit up. I felt what lacked in the dialogue or the setup, they overshadowed it with the effects, the music, the setting, the lighting. Like, it just didn't tie me in. I tried. Now, the one thing that I can say is I feel as though his character was supposed to be the person who is completely opposite of her life. Her life is terrible, meaning she has to deal with a mother-in-law and brother-in-law that she hates. Only best friend that she has is her sister-in-law, who's controlled by the brother-in-law, and her husband, who she loves. However, he ruined the growth of their life together by doing drugs and then being fired from his job. Only thing I could analyze is his character is this strong, and he doesn't care about anything, and he just walks around like, I own the place, and that is intriguing to her. However, for me as a viewer, it didn't do it for me. I literally was just like, no. I know when a character would make me submissive. Like, I know when I'm watching, like, yes, I would absolutely. But just for me, and that's just me, it was a no. And then the one scene that I said, what? No, absolutely fucking not. Ron Rico calls her after she leaves her client, who basically tells her, like, I know you're into me and I'm into you, and so I don't want to do this anymore because you deny your feelings. And then a girl randomly walks up the stairs and then just starts giving head. Like, okay, but we're gonna play off of that. All right, so that happens. She goes because she's like, I'm whatever. And then Rico calls her. I can't remember his character name. That's his real name. And he's like, did you get the pictures? And then in the photo, she sees her husband walking in a hotel room with old girl. And so she assumes he's cheating. So she turns around to go with her client. If you want to cheat, don't ruin your life at the same time. That's literally the first thing I said. Like, I didn't even care the whole cheating thing. It was the whole, you literally ruined your entire career, and then you gave your brother-in-law the ammo that he needed. But I'll tell you when this movie became a motherfucking comedy. Okay, so she does all this stuff. She now on an island. And on this island, she finds the girl that's supposedly dead. And she finds the girl that was supposedly dead. And then she calls her brother-in-law, the one she hates, to tell him, like, hey, old boy that's in jail, he ain't do it. The girl well alive here. The movie goes from it being about her affair to it being about the family wanting to punish her and the sister for both of their affairs with said character. I can't make this up in any form or fashion, and it's giving open up a goddamn writer room. The thing about it is, I'm not gonna hold you. The movie itself, if it was two separate movies, like it was the one about her and her client, and built up upon that, oh my God, I would be invested. Because if you built upon, I feel like you could build that whole thing up, put that motherfucker through trial. I was actually very interested in his trial. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to see that build up, build that tension throughout it. Let's go through trial. Then, I don't know, the day before it or whatever, boom, they have sex, ruins a lot of things. He in jail, I don't know, flash forward a couple of years. And okay, I'm with that. And then boom, you already introduced that the family don't like her. So set her up another way. So first off, give it a reason. The whole reasoning, like, what y'all about to do? Kill this girl? There were so many open endeds at this point. You know what it was giving? Acrimony. Acrimony, I really liked, y'all. I was so into Acrimony into the end. Let's say, how the hell she get on that boat? It made me so mad because I'm like, you just ruined a decent film. But this film, that whole family scene, I was just like, sometimes it feels as though he just doesn't know how to complete one story, so he combines two. And yes, I got why it all happened, but I just didn't understand why it needed to. Because I felt like the storyline between her and the family at the end made no sense for you to spend about 45 minutes to a hour plus on her and her client, barely featuring the family in any of it to build upon and as to why this is happening. Okay, that's my rant. I said all that to say it just falls into the pile of movies that are so similar, these romantic thrillers, romantic dramas that have yet to really intrigue me to the point of like, oof, like Gone Girl, Sleeping with the Enemy. Ooh, that's a good one. Like those thrillers, them's thrilled. You know what I'm saying? They thrilled. I was invested. And I don't know what it is. I just can't really connect with the reasoning, the relationships, the characters, as to all of why any of it is worth risking your life, risking your relationship, risking your job. Like to me, these stories I need to feel as to why you're going these lengths to do what you're doing. While I was really into this movie, I dead ass did start laughing. I called my sister and brother-in-law and I said, y'all, I know this shit ain't a comedy, but I'm cracking up because in what world the fuck why? So it's no shade to anybody involved. I listen, I stands for Kelly, but I also feel like I'm not about to sit here and lie and say it was the world's greatest film when it didn't even crack the top 500, So yeah, but that's my take. And regardless of how I feel, please go watch it because I feel like this is my opinion and my opinion on. You don't know how good or bad my taste is, and we don't even have the same taste. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in the comment section.